It was a quiet morning in Los Angeles when the world learned that Raquel Welch, the woman who wants to find beauty and power in Hollywood, was gone. Yet, even in death, her name shimmered with mystery. For decades, she had been the symbol of the unattainable, a goddess carved in glamour and resilience, but behind the camera flashes and magazine covers was a woman who fought fiercely for dignity, respect, and her place in an unforgiving world. Her final years were marked by solitude and reflection, a striking contrast to the storm of fame that once surrounded her. But to understand Raquel Welch, you have to go back to where it all began, long before the fame, long before the fantasy. Her story began on a warm September day in 1940 in Chicago, Illinois, when Jo Raquel Tejada was born to a Bolivian father and an American mother. Her heritage would become both a point of pride and a quiet struggle in her later life. Growing up in San Diego, young Raquel was a shy but determined girl who found solace in dance and performance. Her mother enrolled her in ballet classes at 7, where she learned discipline, grace, and the art of control, qualities that would later define her screen presence. Yet behind her quiet composure was a girl dreaming of something more, something brighter than the small-town world she knew. By the time she entered her teens, beauty contests began to notice her, and so did everyone else. Raquel's beauty was undeniable, but she was more than just a face. She had ambition and almost stubborn belief that she could make it in Hollywood despite its barriers. When she graduated from Loyola High School, she earned a scholarship to study theater at San Diego State College. It was there that the spark truly ignited. Performing on stage gave her something she'd never felt before: power. But that power would be tested when she entered Hollywood's golden gates. Like many dreamers, Raquel's journey began with rejection. Casting directors told her she was too exotic, too strong-featured, too different. The 1960s film industry had its ideal of beauty, and Raquel didn't fit neatly into it. To survive, she had to reinvent herself. She took small modeling jobs, appeared in minor television roles, and even worked as a weather forecaster. But her real break came in 1966 when she was cast in Fantastic Voyage. The movie made her a star overnight. Then came 1,000,000 Years B. C, and suddenly Raquel Welch was more than just an actress, she was an icon. The image of her in a fur bikini became one of the most recognizable pictures in film history. But as fame rose, so did the misunderstandings. The world saw her as a symbol of sensuality, but Raquel saw herself as a fighter, a woman trying to be taken seriously in an industry that rarely respected women beyond their looks. She once said she was a feminist in a time when that word wasn't welcome, and her battles on set often proved it. She refused to play helpless roles, demanded creative control, and clashed with male directors who wanted her to be nothing more than decoration. Behind the beauty was a fierce intelligence, a woman who read every script carefully and refused to settle for mediocrity. Her love life, however, was far less under her control. She married her high school sweetheart, James Welch, but the pressures of Hollywood soon drove them apart. 2 children later, Raquel was a single mother, determined to balance fame with family. She remarried 3 more times, each relationship promising stability but ending in heartbreak. Her second husband, producer Patrick Curtis, helped manage her career but couldn't handle her growing independence. Her later marriages to Andre Weinfeld and Richard Palmer followed a similar pattern: passion, conflict, and eventual silence. For Raquel, love seemed always just out of reach, like a dream fading with the dawn. Despite personal turmoil, her career thrived through the 1970s. She won a Golden Globe for her role in The Three Musketeers and proved that her talent was as powerful as her beauty. Yet the media still insisted on painting her as the eternal seductress, rarely acknowledging her range or depth. She turned to television, stage performances, and even fitness, releasing a best-selling workout video that showcased her discipline and drive. Raquel reinvented herself again and again, refusing to be defined by age or stereotype. But Hollywood's love is fickle. As the years passed, roles for women her age began to disappear. Raquel faced what so many stars before her had: the quiet fade into obscurity. Still, she never complained. She embraced maturity with grace, focusing on health, spirituality, and family. Her later appearances in films like Legally Blonde and Tortilla Soup reminded audiences that Raquel Welch wasn't just a relic of the past, she was timeless. Behind closed doors, however, Raquel battled loneliness and illness in silence. She was known to be intensely private, rarely attending Hollywood gatherings, choosing instead to live quietly in her Beverly Hills home. Friends said she was reflective, often speaking about the fleeting nature of fame and the importance of inner peace. When she passed away in 2023 at the age of 82, the world mourned not just an actress but an era. Her departure felt like the closing of a golden chapter in Hollywood's history, and yet, her legacy lives on in the photographs that captured her at her most radiant in the films that defied the limits of their time, and in the spirit of every woman who refused to be boxed in by expectations. Raquel Welch was not just beauty personified. She was determination wrapped in elegance, courage disguised in glamour. Her story reminds us that fame is fleeting, but authenticity endures. As we look back on our most private photos, those rare glimpses behind the curtain of perfection, we see a woman who lived with strength, passion, and grace. A woman who dared to be herself in a world that demanded conformity. Her journey began with ambition, endured through heartbreak, and ended with peace. And somewhere in the quiet after the applause, you can almost hear her whisper that beauty fades, but legacy does not. If Raquel Welch's story moved you, take a moment to honor her memory. Like this video, share it with others who cherish the golden age of Hollywood, and subscribe to our channel for more untold stories of the legends who shaped cinema's soul.